So today I want to demo for you guys, teach you guys how to play Supercomputer. Game I built. It's a game that can be played from 2 players all the way up to 6. I've actually played it with as many as 8. It just matters how many cards you want to deal out. It can be a little bit flexible, make the computers bigger or smaller. It's really up to you. The objective of the game is to build computers or collect cards that attach to one another to build a computer that matches your requirements. Now at the start of the hand, each hand, we will deal out, everybody will get 2 of these cards here. They'll get 2 of these builds. And they have different components on them. And basically you get to pick which one you want and you discard the other one. Then depending on which round we play, the game's played in 3 rounds, you'll score the green numbers if you're successful. Otherwise you'll score the red numbers which are negative against you. So how does this all work? So each person will get dealt 7 cards. And then I'll show you here. So each card then has different kind of parts. Alright. I did pretty good to get quite a variety of parts there.
Oh, nice.
Each part has 4 connectors to it. The connectors have position as well as color. Black is universal, meaning that it will connect with any other color. So for example, that's black on black, that works. This is black on red, that works. But red on yellow would not work. That would not be a legal connection. Alright. Connectors have to match, so I can't do that because there's no connector there. And I can't do that, there's no connector there. And no turning the cards to the side. That's not allowed as well. The positioning of each card has to be the same. Again, each card has point values associated with it based upon which round or which hand we're playing. And the positive are in the green, the negative are in the red. The only time you score negative points on a part is if you are not able to attach it to your computer. In that case, it goes to your scrap pile off to the side. The scrap pile then gets added up at the end as negative points against you. It's not uncommon to have 1 card go in your scrap pile. A lot of times we see people use all 7 cards and get them all in their computer. It's usually not too difficult, although the more players that you play with, we find that it's more prominent that you end up with a card or 2 that you can't add to the computer. Again, the components match the pictures in the builds, and so you're looking for each one of these. So what will happen is the play goes something like this. Everybody will get their 7 cards. They'll have their build in front of them. You can keep it private or you can reveal it to everybody. It's a matter of strategy. I recommend keeping it hidden because that way the person to your right can't sabotage you. Everybody will pick a card from the stack that they're dealt, lay it face down, and then pass the rest to the player to their left. Once everybody has selected their card, we will simultaneously attach that card to our computer. And then we will take the next set of cards and do that until all 7 cards are expended.
Okay.
Questions?
So since there's only 4 of us and we're dealt 7 cards, 1 person is going to get gypped.
No, every person will have 7
Oh,
cards.
okay, I get you.
Every person gets 7 cards. Every person will get a chance to play 7 cards.
Okay.
But that's a good question. I will tell you this, the deck is divided up so that if you play 4 players or less, there are cards that are marked with the 4-player symbol here. You actually can go down a stack and that gives you a higher probability of getting certain types of cards. I'm playing with a full deck today because we're at that 4-player mark that we could go either way with it. This gives us a little bit more variety and makes the game a little bit harder for each one of us. But you can play 4 players, 3 players, and 2 players with that mini deck by looking for that 4 symbol in the corner. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a
Shuffle the cards.
We'll shuffle the cards. Now you do not have to pick your build until you've had a chance to look at your parts cards first. So Catherine will deal out the cards. You start looking at them, and then I will deal out the parts.
Oh.
And so the builds that require more parts are worth more points.
Yes.
Okay.
7. Okay. Now you can look at your parts. Compare that to your build. And discard the rest.
Probably put myself in a bind by doing this, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway. There's many strategies to this.
Okay. Alright. Very good. Okay, and we can slide these cards out of the way to give us plenty of table space. Alright, now everybody select your first card from your part deck and pass all the rest to the player on your left. Everybody get a card? Okay, play the card that you selected from the last handout into your computer. Good. Alright, take the next stack and rinse and repeat. Let's see.
Okay, ready for one of those I can play. Of course I did that to myself, but you know.
Everybody ready? Alright, play your card. Okay, good. Everybody's connectors match up. You used the yellow and a universal just like me. Alright, so that's good. One thing you'll also notice, some of these cards have markers or banners in the side, like hard drives, printers, memory cards that tell you how the size or the type of device it is. Sometimes it matters on your build, sometimes it doesn't. There might be a build that says you need at least 16 gigabytes of memory, in which case you would need to make sure that all of your memory chips added up to that in order for you to satisfy it. Other times it may just say you need a memory chip in it, and in that case it's good. All right, card 3.
Oh, and some, even though there are some parts that are the same, they might have different connectors.
Yes. Yes, not all parts have, not all same parts have the same pattern of connectors.
Okay. And so, if you get a hand dealt to you, or if you take a hand and you can't use anything, you still have to take one, right?
You have to take a card and that goes into your scrap pile.
So it would be advantageous to pick something that doesn't lose you very many points.
Points,
Okay.
correct. Okay, so first things first, everybody flip over your build card. All right. Okay, and did anybody, I satisfied my build. I got a CPU, a hard drive, I actually got 2 of them, and a memory chip, so I get...
One.
Pardon me?
One away.
You were 1 away?
Yep.
Oh, that's too bad.
I had half of mine.
You had half of it?
So
All right,
that takes
so
that.
you guys start with the negative number here, and then add all of the positive numbers in your computer, and then subtract the numbers in your scrap pile.
Oh, okay. So so you can still add stuff onto your computer even if it's not part of the build.
Yes.
You just have to satisfy these requirements.
Yes. Well, this is just a practice round, then we'll actually do the real game. Then we'll do
Okay.
start the real game after this.
It
Cause,
still doesn't hurt to write down names.
right. No, go ahead.
And so we take.
So you would start with -5,
Okay.
and then you would add all the green numbers in your computer.
But
Okay.
it looks like you could have played a second monitor on there.
Right, but I just figured we were going specifically
No,
for this.
no, you can add. No, you can add as. If the goal is to go for these parts, but if you have obviously this only has 5 parts in it, there's 7 cards. So you're going to play at least, you're going to play 7 cards. You want to play 7 cards, you want to score points. So
Yeah.
this is just a bonus. You're trying to get that. If you don't, it's okay too.
Okay.
All right, so just again, this was a trial run. So how many points would you have gotten? So you would start out -5 plus
10, 20, 30, 25.
and those are all you took the minuses off of those?
There's no negative.
There's no
values
negative
on
for round 1? Very good. So your final score was 25.
10 minus 5 equals 5.
So you got 5, okay? Catherine?
10.
10 was
10.
your final score?
10.
Well, I would have
Actually,
gotten,
that was a 0. Sorry.
had this been a real first hand, I would have gotten 5 for my bonus, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 45, 50 points. Now, don't let the first couple rounds discourage you, because that third round, a lot of the bonus cards can get really nasty. And if you don't complete them, they can really hit you hard. Or they can be a big boon. So I've seen people
This is
trail the
minus
entire
20.
game and then win on the last hand.
I mean, minus 15, but if I get the build, it's 25.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, so let's shuffle these up, and this one's for real. And you dual monitored on me, so I needed a monitor. So that was
The
the
only
one.
thing I needed was that.
The Wi-Fi?
There was
I needed
only
two
one
of
of
There's
them.
only one.
No.
I needed 2 of those.
Ah.
I would have had it.
Okay, so nobody got their builds. So everybody starts out with the minus number on their builds,
Minus 5.
and then add the plus numbers on your computer. So we'll start with you.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35. Minus 5, so 30.
So 30.
Let's see, it's 20, 40, 50, 0 minus 5, so 45.
And then minus 5, 0,
I should grab one of the CPUs.
0, 0, plus 5, plus 10, plus 15, 25 for me.
You got a wide range of points.
Yep. All right. And no, they didn't leave me there. But I can play it.
Woohoo, I can play that.
Wow, I got lucky.
Guess what?
I got really
CPU,
lucky.
hard drive, memory stick, hub, and a mouse.
I had a monitor, keyboard, and a 5 terabyte or greater hard drive, but the one
Seth.
time I had the 10 terabyte hard drive, I had nowhere to put it.
I needed 8 gigabytes of memory, and I passed by 10. But if I had the round earlier, I got this, and if I had put it over here instead, I would have been able to.
You'd have been good.
Yeah.
All right, so this is round 2. So
I got mine, so.
I got
all right,
mine.
you got your build. All right,
Monitor, case, and keyboard.
all right. So start with the positive numbers on round 2.
Oh, that's a 10. Beautiful.
Yeah.
20, 30, 40, 45.
So plus
That's a
45
zero.
for him.
And then for me, I got 25 for my bonus because it required a CPU, hard drive, memory stick, mouse, and hub. So it's 25, 30, 45, 50, 60. Wait, that one's plus 10, my bad. Let's try that again because I was looking at the first number. 25, 30, 35, 45, 55.
Yep.
Woot!
Okay, well I got minus 10. So these 2 cards
You're still in the lead.
are 5 each, so that negates that.
That's 100.
So I got 5,
No, it is 90. My math.
10.
Sorry.
No, it's 100.
20,
Wait,
No, it's 90.
5.
90?
Boy, I
I
like
just did
25.
25?
I
Yeah,
like
45 and 45.
45 and 45 is 90.
That's what I thought.
And ooh, he scraps 2 parts. Ouch.
I'm 1 point away.
I couldn't make it, and that's 40
And you
points.
had to scrap 1. Well,
I should have taken the fancy case, but I couldn't put it anywhere. So.
The fancy case wouldn't have counted.
So the Wi-Fi went real early, so I lost out on that, and then the memory just, there wasn't as much memory out there as there should have been.
I needed a hub.
There were no hubs.
There were no hubs this time.
I needed a hub too.
Yeah,
I needed a hub, and that was the only mouse.
yeah.
There is only one.
All right. So did you did?
No.
Nobody completed their builds this time.
It hurt.
Mine is 50.
It's gonna get the hair,
Okay, so-
hair in the case.
Oh my gosh, so
So,
get your
minus
butt out of my face.
Minus 10.
Help.
So 5, 15,
Get off.
20,
Thank you.
No.
25.
I just didn't want his butt in my face.
You missed my count up. Okay.
We're sorry.
10, 25, 45. I had a positive 50 somehow.
You had 50?
Yeah, I had a positive 50.
Alright, Seth.
10.
Ouch!
Ouch.
All right.
The grand total, folks, I won with 110. Dad came back miraculously with 100 points. JB was still in third place with 95, and Seth,
Ended
sorry,
up-
you came in dead last with 70.
So that is supercomputer
With a cat.
with our cat Snowball. All right.
He'll be an internet star now.
It's a quick play,
Derp.
fairly easy to learn, I think. No previous computer experience required. Thanks a lot, guys.
Super fun.
Oh, well,